Even before everything started, I've never been one that was good at sleeping. It's never been my forte. You blame it on whatever you like, but it's the truth. Now, the first thing that I noticed after the stabbing that occurred was that I could sleep. It was weird. It was strange. The difficulty with it was that the sleep came with nightmares in perpetual forms. I would dream of sitting in a metal tunnel and it slowly filling up with blood until I was drowning in it. As I began attempting to find out how to navigate the new normal of my life, I discovered that gin is an excellent remedy for anxiety. Went from somebody that was trying to finish off a degree, who had just gotten done attempting to join the military, and in the face of being denied from that, attempted to actually finish off a college degree. I went from that to somebody that was trying to heal. And I was failing miserably at it. And to be very frank with you, if it was not for a program that centered on anonymity and showed me how to have a spiritual experience through a series of steps, I wouldn't have been able to crawl out of the hole that was my life. And I still am stuck in that same hole. Not less than about 2 weeks ago, it was an early morning and I had yet to have my coffee. The woman I love now, a new person who has entered my life and I've enjoyed the privilege of being able to be with, she was making breakfast as one does, and part of her routine in making that breakfast was using a butter knife to spread butter on toast. And she meant nothing by it, and I didn't even understand how it happened, but in the process of buttering the toast and raising the knife to her face, all of a sudden I realized that my hand was firmly wrapped around her hand holding the knife, seemingly as if it had a mind of its own. And this is ubiquitous now. This is in every aspect of my life. There is not a room in this world that I can enter without at least scanning it first to decide who the person is that is most likely to hurt me, how close by they are, attempting the calculations. How many steps would it take them to get to me? What kind of weapons do they have? Let me look at your pockets. What are the bulges in it? Is it long? Is it square? Is it L-shaped? If it's L-shaped, how quickly can I get behind cover? If it's something long, how quickly can I get far enough away from you that you can't reach me with whatever that object is? I basically spend the first 30 seconds of every event and area that I enter trying to figure out how easily I could die. You know, I've had to take to doing labor jobs now. Not had to because, you know, I'm in some way mentally handicapped from returning to school, but because I basically have to do as much back-breaking labor as I can throughout a day just to get rid of all the anxious energy that I have in order to feel hungry, to feel tired, and to not feel so blazingly and blatantly angry all the time. I wanted to get to know the young ladies that were on the train that day. I wanted to get to know Ricky's son, get to understand how he can be so intelligent and brave, especially when speaking like he did yesterday. I wanted to get to know Asha and all of the other members of Talishan's family, understand the compassion and the warmth that actually emanated from them. But I very quickly realized that I couldn't be in a fucking room with any of them without constantly remembering the corpses of their loved ones. I wanted to be there for you. I really did. I wanted to be able to sit there and hold your hand and learn about your loved ones and their history and their lives. And I'm sorry that I'm too weak to do that without losing my mind, frankly. I want to apologize to my family, quite frankly, because I don't feel like I've been able to be there. I am so busy trying to heal myself, I have not been able to basically go home for 3 years. Because every time I do, when I look at my own parents, all I can think about is the frantic look of fear in their eyes, The sound of my mother panically trying to sound calm over the phone to me as I tried to lie to her convincingly enough that she wouldn't think her son was going to die, because that is now basically the only memory that I have. Mr. Christian, I want you to understand something. I don't take it personal. I don't. It's okay, I get it. For me, I'm not going to speak for anyone else. Okay. I absolutely believe that as far as the other families are concerned, I hope that they find the deepest punishment they can for you. But as far as you and me, we're good. Because the fact of the matter is, if what you brought into the court is true, assuming that it is, then that means that you and I, both as alcoholics, both as people that are mentally ill, the difference being that I was given an abundance of resources, and you apparently either weren't, or those resources failed to actually be of any service to you. You are in the position you're in, and I'm in the position I'm in. There is a level of humbleness that I've had to come to in order to make any peace with the fucking machinations of this situation that have forced me to realize that you are still a person, as much as what you have done is some of the most heinous shit a person can do. You are not some mythological, all-powerful terrorist monster. You are a man that was drunk with a knife on a train. That is what you are. That is what I will remember you as. And though I hope you sit in a cell for the rest of your life so that you are never able to hurt another person the way you hurt those families again, I do hope that you find a way to become better than what you are today. I hope that if they do provide any resources wherever you go, that you are able to utilize them to make yourself into something better than you are right now, because it is abundantly clear that we as a society have not just failed in protecting these families, have not just failed in making it so that things like this don't have to happen. Somebody must have failed miserably when it comes down to raising you. I hate the fact that I am essentially saying something that makes it sound like I have an iota of shit to give for the man that essentially ruined my life. But I only say these things because I want shit like this to never happen again. You know, I don't care about the flower of the weed in the garden that is my community. I want to dig out the roots. I want this shit to stop. I don't ever want to have to look another family in the eye and miss a person that I never even got the chance to meet. And I'm fucking tired of us turning this into some sort of gang-like warfare where we get to just hide behind flags and pretend this is as simple as a name or some color. I don't mean black and white in this case, I mean red and blue for, you know. This is about us actually taking care of one another, having analyses of the situation that actually look at why things happen and then fixing it. And if I can be of service of that, I hope to.